And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here under the lights for the 9th race of the Snickers Cup Series here at Darlington Raceway. First time that we've ever raced under the lights here at Darlington, and we are really looking forward to it. You'll be seeing this happen quite a bit during the course of the season, where we'll end up being at a track. Some races will be run during the daytime, some will be run at night. A new feature we are presenting here into the NNSCRA series. Well, here we go. This is the way they're going to line up for today's race. We got a really exciting race on hand for you today here at Darlington, and really this is when it comes down to crunch time as far as punching your ticket into the all-star race, because remember, if you win a race, you automatically get in. So a lot of these drivers are trying to be able to win a race here to be able to qualify their way into the all-star race, and that'll be, in a way, mission accomplished for them. Therefore, they won't have to go through the trouble of having to try and qualify their way in through the all-star open. Instead, they'll be able to not only not end up ruining a race car or something, but they're also going to have a chance to observe race cars at the new racetrack that we're going to be heading to for the All-Star race in all three series, and that would be Trenton Speedway, the official track, the official headquarters of the NNSCRA. Also, I got a little bit of news for you as far as what's going to be happening during the All-Star race weekend. We're really looking forward to that. That's going to be a real big thing this year. But first, let's give you the starting lineup for today's race. Also, don't forget that we got two drivers that come into this race tied for the points lead. You wouldn't think it 9 races into this season, but yes, we have a dead tie for the points lead. So we're going to be going through the field. We'll tell you who those two drivers are, but here's the way they line up. Jared Crocious will be on the pole for today's race. He'll start alongside of Jake Berg. John Dillon will line up alongside of Shane Green. Then it'll be Adam Chambers. Actually, if you notice here, Adam Chambers alongside John Brace. John Worry alongside of Arnold Columbia. Rows 3 and 4 completely comprised of all 4 cars from Richard Childress Racing. These guys, really, the Richard Childress cars, they do very well in qualifying. It's the winning part that seems to be a little bit of a problem for them. Of course, we know that Chambers and John Brace have been to victory lane. Chambers at Talladega, Brace at Daytona. So obviously, you know, their restrictor plate program is really good, but they just haven't been able to be as dominant on their finishes as they have on their starts. Then we got Alex Lozano. He'll line up alongside of Jacob Lawler. Patrick Murphy, well, let's change to a different camera angle here. There we go. Patrick Murphy, he'll line up alongside of Ryan Acosta, making his first start in that 6 car. In order to differentiate between himself and Noah Cars, Roush Fenway Racing has Ryan Acosta racing the silver UPS freight car during his races, and Noah Cars racing the regular brown UPS Ford for his races. It'll be Jacob Cook. He's making his first start here at Darlington, his first career start for the 87. He'll start alongside of Noel Stiller. Stiller actually doing really well in the standings. He is 5th in the standings. A lot of people haven't really noticed Stiller, but he's been very, very consistent so far. Then it'll be Jack Nathan. He and Jonathan Morris swapping rides for a while. Jack Nathan will be in the 16 for a few races. He'll start off alongside Ziggy Bain. Dougie Shears, our champion from last season, he'll start off alongside of Vincent Marsh. Then it's Christian James, who took the win last week at Infineon. He'll start alongside of Kenny McCurry. He's one of the drivers tied for the lead in the point standings. Then it'll be James McLeod. He'll start off alongside the 43 of Matthew Rodriguez. Timmy Pacioli, he's the other member of that co-points leader. He and Kenny McCurry come in tied with 243 points apiece. He'll line up alongside of Devin Wilson. Then it'll be Anthony McCurry. He'll line up alongside of Daniel Schwab. James Bald alongside of Diego Brace. Then it'll be Jake Rogers. He'll line up alongside of Evan Nugent. Tio Bain beside of Sean Galligan. Then it'll be Angel D'Souza alongside of Corey Williams. Nick Eggleston, he's way back here, but he's doing well in the standings. 4th in the standings right now. Total of 20 points out of the lead. He'll start alongside of Michael Harvey. Then it'll be Felix Harris alongside of Trent Whitney. Robert Bann will line up beside of Harold Columbia. And then it'll be Jamie Watson alongside of Jonathan Morris in the 60 car. Remember, he doing that swap with Jack Nathan. Very hard to pick a winner out of this field, but if statistics mean anything, I would keep my eye very carefully on the 10 car, the Yoshi car of Sean Galligan, to possibly pick up his first career Snickers Cup Series win, because here at Darlington, last 2 races, he has been doing phenomenal. A 2nd place finish in the Truck Series race, a 6th place finish in the Mobile 1 Cup Series race. This guy has obviously learned Daytona make that Darlington pretty well, and he may be the guy that may go to victory lane here today. But remember, there are a lot of other drivers who have not yet gotten into the All-Star race with a win, including the guy here on the pole, Jared Crocious. So they're going to be trying here today make it tonight, to try and get their way into the All-Star race with a win here at the track Too Tough to Tame. Well, here we go. It's going to be Crocious and Berg. Who's going to end up being the points leader when we leave here today? We got a tie for the points lead between Timmy Pacioli and Kenny McCurry. Will one of them be the points leader? Will we have somebody else? Who knows? But the green flag is waving here at Darlington. 37 laps of under the lights racing. You gotta love that. And here at one of the toughest tracks on the NASCAR circuit. Crocious with the lead. Oh! Adam Chambers got turned by Jake Berg! He goes into a spin. Jake Berg is spinning as well. Caution will wave. That was back around the 4th position. Oh! Up and into the fence goes Crocious and John Dillon. John Worry going to slip on by, and he'll take over the top spot. Darlington's famous for that. The Darlington stripe. Corey Williams, Diego Brace, they're involved. James McLeod's got a problem as well. Sean Galligan may have some damage to his race car. Matthew Rodriguez. That looked like Kenny McCurry back there. Jake Rogers, Matthew Rodriguez. Oh, Rodriguez and Jake Rogers just nailed the inside wall there. Chambers has gotten a piece of all of this as well, as we mentioned. Jamie Watson's gotten some of it. Robert Band, Trent Whitney, Nick Eggleston, Timmy Pacioli, co-points leader, along with Kenny McCurry. Both of them are involved. There's McCurry. Matthew Rodriguez, we mentioned. Christian James, last week's winners, involved. Our defending champion, Dougie Shears, is in it. Shane Green is involved. Jake Berg's got damage. Angel D'Souza is damaged. Devin Wilson's gotten some of it. So has Evan Nugent, as well as Sean Galligan. Here come more cars down pit road. T.O. Bain, Felix Harris. Jack Nathan. Harold Columbia's on pit road now. Anthony McCurry, Ryan Acosta. James McLeod, Jacob Lawler, Noel Stiller, Jacob Cook, Patrick Murphy, Ziggy Bain. Just a host of race cars caught up in this thing. A massive wreck here at Darlington. And the leader after all of this is going to be the car of John Worry, after both Jared Crocious and John Dillon slid up and scraped the outside wall coming off turn 4. Let's see why we're under the caution. Well, we ended up having a total of 2 wrecks occurring here on this first lap. Back there, one car got turned around there, and we'll look at that in just a moment. But we're going to look at this wreck that occurred further up here, involving the guy that came in 3rd in the standings, and that's Adam Chambers. Right here. Oh, Jake Berg hit the wall. Shane Green tried to make it 3 wide, could not do it. That's what happened there, and then just Shane Green, there's nothing he can do, and Chambers goes around into a spin. He's going to get rear-ended, or going to get hit, I think, by Timmy Pacioli. Shane Green goes sliding around there. Patrick Murphy, I think, almost made it through there, but not quite. Chambers goes into a solo spin all by himself here. Dougie Shears along with Jack Nathan get together there. Shane Green, Timmy Pacioli and James Bald, Anthony McCurry, they get together all up in this turn. And then they wreck further up here. Jacob Cook and Noel Stiller with Ryan Acosta, around they go. Christian James going to come up. He's going to get into the back of Jacob Lawler. Ziggy Bain into the 42 car of Noel Stiller. Patrick Murphy got some damage from that as well. And now let's look and see what happened to Corey Williams and others way at the back here. Well, the car that got turned was Kenny McCurry, co-points lead with Timmy Pacioli. Got turned by Matthew Rodriguez. Up he goes. Devin Wilson, James McLeod, Daniel Schwab. They all get contact from it. Jake Rogers gets a piece of it. T.O. Bain. Diego Brace gets some of it as well. Oh, look at that. Oh, Jamie Watson right into the back of James McLeod. Corey Williams, Evan Nugent. They get a piece of it as well. Sean Galligan and Michael Harvey, I think, slowed down a little bit. Nope. Felix Harris got a piece of it. Oh, look at Robert Band. Upside down. Upside down for the 13 Stanley Dodge. Corey Williams also upside down. And then if I'm not mistaken, I believe Trent Whitney also got something up here. I don't know what exactly. I thought I saw him go into a slide or something here. Remember this wreck happening up here? This was the whole Adam Chambers wreck. And here's Trent Whitney. He's got the Jonathan Moore's car to his outside. They're kind of squeezed here, and Chambers is just ahead. Oh, yeah, Trent Whitney got into the Chambers machine right there. That's what happened to the 46 car. So hopefully we found out everything that's occurred out here. I'm trying to see if there's anybody we've missed that we haven't found out how they've gotten involved, but I think I've gotten everybody. So let's go back to green. Alright, so the lights are out atop the pace car. We're going to go back to green. One car is one lap down. That is Corey Williams. But all the rest of these cars are out of the race, including the cars of Patrick Murphy, I believe, has retired from this race. Also, last week's winner, Christian James. Adam Chambers will finish in 31st out of the race. Dougie Shears is out. Kenny McCurry is out. Also out of the race include Timmy Pacioli. Hold on. Was not what I wanted to have here. Okay, yeah, Timmy Pacioli out. Dougie Shears is out. Jake Rogers is out. Shane Green is out, I believe. Hold on a second. I'm having a problem with the computer here. Yeah, I'm having a problem with the computer. We'll check back in just a moment. Here we go. Okay, I got it. Alright, so the cars that are out include Patrick Murphy, Christian James, Adam Chambers, Dougie Shears, Kenny McCurry is out, Tim Pacioli is out, James McLeod, Matthew Rodriguez, Shane Green, Jake Rogers, Nick Eggleston is out. He came in fourth in the standings. Remember, Trent Whitney, Robert Bann, and Jamie Watson all retired from the race. Quick rundown of the top 10. John Worry, Jared Crocious, John Dillon, Alex Lozano, Arnold Columbia, Vincent Marsh, James Bald, Daniel Schwab, Michael Harvey, and Evan Nugent. That is the top 10. So we'll go back to green flag racing on lap 6 of 37. We don't have very many cars left on the racetrack here, but we're back under green anyway. Everybody trying to make their way around the slower car of Corey Williams in that 3 AC Delco car, running a different paint scheme here tonight. Worry with the lead. John Worry right now in the standings, not doing so bad, if I do say so myself. I mean, John Worry 7th in the standings. You can't ask for any more. Oh! Into the fence they go! Darlington straight for Worry, Darlington straight for Crocious, and look who squeaked on by. John Dillon in the 32. Caution is waving. Oh, Crocious gets turned around! So does the car of Arnold Columbia. Caution will wave. Big wreck up here. Who's gotten involved in it? I'm not certain. John Brace has got damage. T.O. Baines got damage. Anthony McCurry with some damage. I know I saw the car of Arnold Columbia get turned around as well. Oh, Ziggy Baines got some more damage. As well as the car, I thought, of Jared Crocious. But I don't see Crocious. Trying to find the 4. There he is. Oh yeah, he's got some damage too. A few drivers that were up in the lead here, up in the lead pack, ended up getting caught up in another wreck here. John Dillon, who comes in 13th in the standings, paces the field right now under the caution flag. Let's see why the yellow has waved once again. Well, here's actually why the caution came out. The other wreck that occurred with Jared Crocious and Arnold Columbia was just a follow-up wreck after the caution had waved right there. Oh, no, still, look at Jacob Cook. It's first start. Oh, that's a tough break for him. Ryan Acosta's into the fence. T.O. Bain gets a big piece of that. Felix Harris was involved in that. There you see John Brace and Noel Stiller. Stiller comes into this race 5th in the standings. So far, the top 5 in standings have all been hit with problems. Let's take a look now and see what happened to Arnold Columbia and Company. Alright, here you go. Here's what happened. Columbia there. James Bald down on the inside line. Crocious is going to... Oh, Crocious, he scraped the wall, and it slowed his momentum, and Columbia just goes and plows into the back of him. He then gets a piece of Evan Nugent there, comes around, spins. Sean Galligan got some of that as well right there in the 10 car. Ziggy Bain gets a piece of it. I believe that was the Jonathan Morris machine, the 60 car, turning Anthony McCurry around. And then, oh, look at the car of Jack Nathan right into the back of the car he swapped rides with. Trent Felix Harris, Ziggy Bain making some contact back there as well. Going to come down the racetrack there and save it. But look at that. 16 car made some contact there. Oh, and I don't think he's pretty happy with Arnold Columbia. Comes up and gives him a bit of a shove right there. And then there was one thing that we had here with the Jack Nathan machine that we're going to show you, where he got even more contact, more damage to his race car, and we'll show you what happened. Hard impact once again for the 16 car. We just got this replay in. I don't know if he couldn't see out of his race car or what, but look at all these cars right here. Corey Williams, Arnold Columbia, as well as Jack Nathan, all coming in and slamming the wall. I'm not certain that inside retaining wall there. I'm not certain what was going on there, but apparently they didn't see the commitment cone or something. But Columbia and Jack Nathan both have some pretty bad damage now to their race cars on top of the damage that was already there. So we'll get ready to go back under green in one more lap. Here's the way that they are as far as cars out of the race. Harold Columbia, he sits one lap down now to the leaders. But out of the race are the cars of John Brace, Arnold Columbia, also Jack Nathan, Diego Brace has retired, T.O. Bain, Corey Williams, they have retired from this race as well. Leaves us a total of 21 cars, make that 22 cars still on the racetrack, and these are the cars that are still there. John Dillon leads. Alex Lozano is up to second. Vincent Marsh is third. James Bald fourth. John Worry is in fifth. Sixth position is Daniel Schwab. Seventh is Michael Harvey. 8th is Evan Nugent, 9th is Sean Galligan, and 10th is Jacob Lawler. Jonathan Morris runs in 11th, 12th is Ziggy Bain, 13th is Anthony McCurry, 14th Felix Harris, 15th Devin Wilson, 16th Jake Berg, 17th is Angel D'Souza, 18th is Noel Stiller, 19th is Jared Crocious, 20th is Jacob Cook, and his first start even flipping up in the air and being actually almost on his side in that one turn. He still is running in the 20th position, and Ryan Acosta, in his first start, runs in the 21st position. So our two first-timers still on the track, still running and still on the lead lap, Acosta and Cook. Boy, here tonight, we didn't see in the Nationwide race, or in the make that the Mobile One Cup Series race, or in the Truck Series race, cars sliding up and scraping the wall, but we're seeing it here tonight, and that could be the different track conditions here being a little bit cooler of a racetrack because we're under the lights and not having the sun beating down on this track. So here we go. Green flag is back out. Haven't even reached halfway, and we've got a very small field now as we go back to green on lap 11 of 37. John Dillon, ever since last season, he's been poised to go to victory lane, but it has just never come to pass for that driver. He was driving the 27 last season, got so close, had several poles, did not get a win. He's been so close several times this year, including, as he scrapes the wall there off the turn, here goes Vincent Marsh to the inside, and Vincent Marsh is the new leader. But going back to John Dillon, he has been so close. His closest to getting to victory lane this season was back at Bullitt Super Speedway, which he lost the lead on the final lap to Timmy Pacioli. But how about Vincent Marsh here? Good run for Vincent. He's 8th in the standings, and he's done a tremendous job. If I'm not mistaken, I think he ended up getting the pole for the first race this season at Daytona, and ever since then he hasn't looked back, as now he scrapes the wall but gets off it pretty easily and will continue on. Caution is out. How about Michael Harvey? He's up there into the second position already, but we'll see why we're under the caution flag. It's for Anthony McCurry and Jacob Lawler. McCurry and Lawler are the reason we're under the caution flag. Anthony McCurry comes in 6th in the standings. Jacob Lawler's a go-or-go-home driver, but he's been doing pretty well in the standings as far as moving his way up, and he's 49th in the standings right now. Let's see why we're under the caution flag. Well, here's what happened. Jake Berg on the inside of the 95 of Jacob Lawler, and right there he gets into him, and then here's the problem. It just goes sliding, and there's McCurry. Oh, wow. Pretty hard contact for Anthony McCurry, and a tough break for McCurry. McCurry, as far as I know, is not in the All-Star race as of yet because of a win, so he'd want to get in on his top 10 spot in the standings. But right now, this doesn't look like he'll be in the top 10 in the standings if he slips out, because he came in, remember, 7th in the standings. Make that 6th. Okay, so we'll get ready to do it all over again. We'll go back under green. Jacob Lawler and Anthony McCurry both have retired from this race. Harold Columbia is running 20th, but he is one lap down. You see him coming here on the inside line. Got a total of 20 cars on the racetrack, 19 on the lead lap, and these are the drivers that are on the lead lap. Vincent Marsh leads. How about Michael Harvey? Good run for him there in that 45. He runs in 2nd. 3rd is Daniel Schwab. 4th is John Dillon. 5th position is James Bald. John Worry runs in the 6th position right now. 7th will be Alex Lozano. Sean Galligan runs 8th, 9th Jonathan Morris, and in 10th will be Evan Nugent. In 11th, Devin Wilson. Felix Harrison, 12th. 13th, Ryan Acosta. 14th, Noel Stiller. Jared Crocious there in 15th, our pole sitter. Jake Berg runs 16th, 17th Jacob Cook, Ziggy Bain in 18th, 19th will be Angel D'Souza, and as we mentioned, one lap down in the 20th position is Harold Columbia. Well, let me tell you guys something. You're going to really enjoy the All-Star Race weekend, because I'm not going to be the only one bringing you all the action. We will be having some guest commentators in the booth for each and every race. We're still waiting to hear if Sean Henley will be joining us in the broadcast booth, but we got Matthew Rodriguez will be joining us for some commentary, Robert Bann as well, and also Anthony McCurry, Brandon Gonzalez will be having them all, a whole rotation of analysis and some driver commentator mixes here, so that way we'll be able to get a view from not only what it looks like with the action happening on the track, but also we'll be able to get a driver's side of what's going on the racetrack as well. Alright, so Vincent Marsh is going to lead them down. He hasn't been to victory lane. Neither is Harvey. Neither has Schwab. Neither has Dillon. And neither has Bald, come to think of it. All these guys would love to be able to pick up a win here today. Michael Harvey, this is probably one of his best runs here in that 45 car. John Dillon, though, is going to challenge him for that second position here as he charges to the inside line. Vincent Marsh, though, all out in front. Oh, he's up and into the wall. Trying to get off of it. Cannot do it. John Dillon squeaks by for the lead. They're all backed up, back further there. Oh, and James Bald is around. Daniel Schwab has hit the outside retaining wall, and the caution flag will wave once again. Jacob Cook and Ryan Acosta in their first starts. They're caught up in it. Angel D'Souza's gotten a piece of it. Same for Noel Stiller. Jake Berg, I think, got a piece of something there. Jared Crocious as well. I'd say there were several wrecks that occurred here. But Daniel Schwab has continued on there in that 9 car, but he does have front-end damage from hitting the outside wall. And I know I saw the James Bald machine get turned around as well. Oh, man, look at the Angel D'Souza machine. Heavy contact to that race car. And Angel D'Souza has been doing rather well in the standings as of late. Angel D'Souza right now is currently sitting in the 15th position in standings, but tough break here for that number 98 Monster Energy Dodge. Let's take a look and see how we're under the caution flag once again. Well, here's the reason we're under the caution flag this time. Ziggy Bain kind of forces the Jake Berg machine up and into Jacob Cook. Cook had already slapped the outside retaining wall, but I don't think this is the reason we're under the caution flag. It was something further up here. Oh, Ryan Acosta, Jared Crocious, and Ziggy Bain, Noel Stiller all got together. Acosta gets contact there with Ziggy Bain. Look at Angel D'Souza just plow in there. Jake Berg and Jacob Cook all get damage from that as well. But further up here, let's see what happened to James Bald. Oh, he just got turned off the nose of somebody there. I think he just got turned off the nose of possibly either that car right there of Felix Harris or maybe the Jonathan Morris machine. And Daniel Schwab did indeed go up and slap the outside retaining wall nose first. So we'll get ready to go back under green. Once again, cars that have retired as a result of this wreck include Ziggy Bain, Jacob Cook, Ryan Acosta, and Angel D'Souza. We've got a total of 16 cars left on the racetrack, 15 on the lead lap. These are the 15 cars. John Dillon is the leader. Vincent Marsh runs in second. John Worry third. Michael Harvey fourth. Alex Lozano there in fifth. In sixth position is Sean Galligan. Seventh is Evan Nugent. Eighth is Devin Wilson. Ninth is Felix Harris. 10th, Jonathan Morris. Jared Crocious, he runs in 11th. 12th, Jake Berg. 13th, Noel Stiller. 14th, Daniel Schwab. And 15th position is James Bald. So we will get ready to go back under green with John Dillon, Vincent Marsh, John Worry, and Michael Harvey, all of whom have not yet gone to victory lane. Looking through here, I'm trying to remember if Alex Lozano has won a race or not. But I can't right off the top of my head remember, so I'll be looking that up as we continue to bring you the action here. We got a total of 16 laps to go when we get the green flag. John Dillon, Vincent Marsh, John Worry, Michael Harvey, they'll line up, try and get around that lap car of Harold Columbia and try and race off into the sunset. And here we go, green flag is out. John Worry trying to take a peek to the inside there. Vincent Marsh, he has the most to gain here today. Comes into the race 7th in the standings, but everybody ahead of him in the standings have found problems here today. As a matter of fact, 5 drivers ahead of him have retired from this race. The only one that hasn't is Noel Stiller. He came in 5th in the standings, and he's struggling right now. Oh, John Dillon up and into the fence. John Worry going to charge to the inside, and Worry is by for the lead, along with Michael Harvey for second. Alex Lozano there in third. Oh, the Jonathan Morris machine just got slammed into the inside wall. Oh, man, where is the 60 car? He hit that inside wall a ton. There he is. Oh, man. And I think we're under the caution flag for either Jared Crocious or Noel Stiller, and I'm not sure which one. Let's find out. Well, they're still racing awfully hard here at Darlington, even though they were back around the 13th position and everything. Look at this. James Bald, Noel Stiller, Jared Crocious, and Stiller just kind of squeezes Crocious up the racetrack there just a tad, and it's going to end up, oh, right there. Oh, man, he hit something hard right there. I think that's where the safer barrier starts, heading into that turn, into turn 3. So Crocious got some heavy contact there, and then the 42 car of Noel Stiller also got some contact there too, but 60 car just ahead here gets a pretty bad contact as well. James Bald right all over the back bumper of the Jonathan Morris machine coming off of turn 4. Right here he's just going to get into that left rear quarter panel and turn him around, and Jonathan Morris is going to take one hard lick into that inside retaining wall right there. Oh, wow. Heavy, heavy contact to that Tire Kingdom Toyota. And apparently the swap between Jonathan Morris and Jack Nathan not working out very well for either one of those drivers here tonight at Darlington. Alright, so we'll go back under the green flag here, and this is the way they're going to line up. Cars that are out, first of all, are the cars of Noel Stiller, Jared Crocious, and Jonathan Morris. We got a total of 13 cars on the racetrack, 12 on the lead lap. Harold Columbia runs in that 13th position. He is, or actually in 12th position, he is 1 lap down. Or he actually runs in 13th, 1 lap down. John Worry is the leader. Michael Harvey is second. Alex Lozano has been to victory lane. He took the win at Texas Motor Speedway earlier this season. John Dillon will be in 4th and Vincent Marsh in 5th. So there you go. You got 4 drivers this season who have not picked up a win in the top 5. Sean Galligan there in 6th. 7th is Evan Nugent. Felix Harris runs in 8th. 9th position James Bald, and in 10th is Devin Wilson. Then we got Daniel Schwab in 11th, and 12th is Jake Berg. That's it. That's the field. Those are the drivers who will decide it all, and we still have a total of 11 laps to go. Wow. Darlington certainly proving to be a track too tough to tame if we only have 13 cars left with over 10 laps remaining in this race. I'll tell you what, though, the guy who's really liking a lot of these cautions and everything would have to be Harold Columbia. Stuck 1 lap down, but he has moved his way from about the 24th position 1 lap down to now the 13th position 1 lap down. He's looking for a top 15 finish, even though he is 1 lap down to the leaders. So Worry, Harvey, Dillon, and Marsh, those 4 in the top 5 have not been to victory lane. Lozano's been to victory lane for the first time in his career a few weeks ago at Texas. Green flag is back out. It was actually 4 weeks ago at Texas, race number 5 of the Snickers Cup Series, that Lozano went to victory lane. Here's John Dillon to the inside line. He'll go for 3rd position. Now look for 2nd under Michael Harvey, and he's going to come towards the front in a hurry, along with the Vincent Marsh machine. And how about Sean Galligan? He was caught up in that first wreck, stayed out, and he is coming as well. Oh, up into the fence they go. Vincent Marsh going to take a peek to the inside. Look at Galligan coming 3 wide. Galligan with a full head of steam, and the caution's waving once again. Marsh with the lead. 2nd is John Worry, Sean Galligan 3rd, and Michael Harvey 4th. Caution will come out this time for the Felix Harris machine along with James Bald. James Bald, heavy duty damage to that Long John Silver's Ford. And Felix Harris has also gotten a piece of it. Let's see what has happened to put us under the caution once again here tonight at Darlington. Well, here's what happened. Daniel Schwab just turns the 38 up and into Felix Harris. And look at that 38 car of James Bald goes into a barrel roll here at Darlington. And, oh, right there, Felix Harris hits that entrance to the safer barrier there in that turn 3 vicinity. I don't know if you noticed it or not. Why don't we show you, we'll show this replay one more time. We'll show you just exactly what I'm talking about as far as that safer barrier starting there in turn 3. Okay, here's with the James Bald machine spinning in front of Felix Harris. We're on board with Felix Harris. I want you to watch right up here. It's kind of blocked off here, but right there. You can see where it kind of shoots out right here? Right there, right here. This is where the safer barrier starts, and you see that that whole right rear quarter panel, or right front quarter panel, goes into it. That's what I'm talking about. The safer barrier kind of jots out because it has to in order for it to be out further than the outside wall itself. And that's what I'm talking about. Several drivers have had problems with that when they go high into turn number 3. Well, here we go again. We're going to go back under the green flag here on lap 31 of 37. Cars that are out as a result of this wreck, only one of them has retired. Actually, make that 2 of them. That's James Bald and Felix Harris. I believe Felix Harris is retired. I saw a white car back there. Oh no, Felix Harris is still out on the racetrack, but he is 1 lap down now to the leaders. Alright, so here's the way they line up for the restart. We'll have a total of 6 laps to go when they hit the stripe. Vincent Marsh leads, John Worry second, Sean Galligan. I told you he might be strong here today. He is up in that 3rd position, looking for 3 top 10s and 3 starts here at Darlington. Michael Harvey will line up in 4th. This is a good run for this go-or-go-home car. And that's going to be John Dillon, Alex Lozano. Harold Columbia is 11th, 1 lap down. 7th position will go to Evan Nugent. 8th, Devin Wilson. 9th right now is Jake Berg. 10th is Daniel Schwab. And 1 lap down in 12th position is Felix Harris. You know, back here in 3rd and 4th, we find Sean Galligan and Michael Harvey. I don't know if tempers really overflow and move on to the next race, but these guys had a bit of a tussle over in the Infineon race in turn 11. I believe it was Harvey turning Galligan, and these two find themselves one behind the other here for this restart. Don't know if that Infineon race is in the back of their minds or not, but hopefully they'll be able to put it aside because both of them right now are in line for a possible top 5 finish here at Darlington Raceway, which is really hard to get apparently since we only have 12 cars on the racetrack here right now. So Vincent Marsh, then John Worry, then Sean Galligan, then Michael Harvey, then John Dillon. The top 5 cars have not picked up a win yet this year. Dillon to the inside of Harvey there. He'll try charging back to the front. Dillon's been very good on restarts. I've noticed that. Oh, he gets into the Sean Galligan machine, and Dillon is into the fence. Dillon off the nose of, I believe that was Alex Lozano. The caution will wave once again. This may be a race to the stripe. Let's find out. Oh, there's Vincent Marsh in the wall. John Worry is in the wall as well. They're coming off of turn 4. Vincent Marsh is going to lead them down to the caution flag. This may be it. This race may end under caution, and Vincent Marsh may pick up the win. We'll have to see if they'll be able to get the damage all cleared before this race is over. There's the car that we're under the caution for. A solo car spin, I believe, for the John Dillon machine. Let's see what happened to the 32 car. Well, this was mighty risky of Dillon, but you know, it's the last closing laps of Darlington. You got to make every move you can right here. He tried to go, I think, 4 wide underneath the Sean Galligan machine, and Alex Lozano was already there. And Dillon just goes up, slams the outside wall just a little bit with that right side of his race car. But the good thing for Dillon is well, actually, no, Evan Nugent did get a piece of that. I thought Dillon was all by himself, but Nugent got some pretty bad contact there. Goes up into the Harold Columbia machine, so... Okay, so it wasn't a single car incident. I thought it was, but no, Evan Nugent got some damage there as well in that Clorox Toyota. So we're about to go back under the green flag for one more lap. White flag and green flag will be displayed at the exact same time, and this is the way they line up for the final restart of the night. It's Vincent Marsh, then Sean Galligan in 2nd, Michael Harvey in 3rd, 4th is John Worry, 5th is Alex Lozano, Jake Berg 6th, Devin Wilson in 7th, 8th is Daniel Schwab, in 9th position is John Dillon, and Felix Harris there is 1 lap down in the 10th position. That's it. 9 cars pretty much to decide this race, 10 cars on the racetrack. Who is going to win this race? Man, it's going to be tough to figure out who. From what I'm seeing here, the closest, I think actually out of this whole field, only one driver has been to victory lane in this series so far this year, and that would be the guy running 5th, Alex Lozano. All the rest of these cars have not been to victory lane yet this season in the Snickers Cup Series. And Dodge obviously is flexing some muscle, with 3 of them being the top 3 cars, Marsh, Galligan, and Harvey. So who is going to go to victory lane here today at Darlington? I have no idea, but this is the lap that's going to decide it all. If the caution comes out, it won't matter. We're racing back to the line. Vincent Marsh, Sean Galligan, Michael Harvey, John Worry, Alex Lozano, Jake Berg, Devin Wilson, Daniel Schwab, and John Dillon. Those are the cars that will decide today's win. Marsh will lead them down. He'll try and get away here and maybe pick up his first win. Green flag is out. Boy, Galligan got a good restart there, though. Here he comes. He's going to take a look maybe to the inside. Alex Lozano to the inside of John Worry, though. That's for fourth. And, Harvey wanted to go 3 wide, just could not get underneath Galligan. Galligan will throw the block on Lozano, at least he'll try to. Here comes Lozano, but Vincent Marsh is all by himself. Vincent Marsh, all by himself. He just got turn 3 and 4 to go. Marsh is up into the wall. He scrapes the wall. Here comes Lozano. Lozano gets to the inside, and Lozano is by. Lozano is going to make the pass in turn 4, and he'll go to victory lane for the second time this year. John Worry will finish in second. Vincent Marsh almost picked up the win, but he's not going to be able to. He's going to finish in the third position, and the caution's out. I think maybe Felix Harris spun out with John Dillon or something, but looks like Devin Wilson will get credited for fourth, Daniel Schwab fifth. No, actually, Daniel Schwab will get credited for seventh. Sean Galligan will be fifth. Sixth, Michael Harvey. Jake Berg will finish in the 8th position, and there's John Dillon with some damage. I think he was the car that put us under the caution flag. Car wrecking right there. That's John Worry. Not certain what happened there, but he'll finish second anyway. But that's the way this race is going to end, and the winner is going to be, for the second time this year, is going to be Alex Lozano picking up his second career win. Quite a great job for that young rookie. Next week, we will be heading to Atlanta instead of Dover, because Dover, they won't let me race the full 42-car field, so we'll be racing at Atlanta for the race weekend, and then we'll be heading to the All-Star race weekend. So congratulations to Alex Lozano. He picks up his second career win here tonight at Darlington. Hope you'll tune in. The standings and the finishing order coming up. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, now merged with the NCG MRS.